Friends, welcome back to Sparkle with Jyoti. Hope you're doing absolutely amazing. And this is my first video after coming back to Sweden, and I want to give you some important information. As you guys know that I make videos on Swedish lifestyle, culture, how to come here, how to find your way around here, how to get jobs, etc., etc. And I have been living in Gothenburg, Sweden last 6 years, so I know quite a stuff around here. So if you have not yet subscribed, then please go down and hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell button so that you do not miss any video of mine. So now today I'm going to talk about some important topics. If you are coming to Sweden in 2022, then what are the first things which you need to absolutely know and be aware so that you can find your transition from your home country to Sweden smoothly and without any hassle or obstacles. So if you're interested, then please keep on watching. So friends, it was recently that I spoke to one of my subscribers, and they had a lot of questions because they are moving to Sweden very soon, that is another 2 to 3 months. So they had quite a number of questions about their transition, and they approached me. So that got me thinking that there are so many of you who are arriving in Gothenburg, Stockholm, different parts of Sweden with your kids, and you have a lot of questions about settling here and finding your way around here. So I thought this would be the ideal topic for me to start my videos again bang in 2022. So today I'm going to talk about some key factors which you need while you're moving here. So basically it entails schooling for your kids. If again, kids are of different ages. So if you have like a younger kid below 6 years of age, and if you have a elder kid who is about like 7 or 8 years and who is having like doing primary schooling, so that will entail some information about that. And also there is housing to be considered because that is extremely important because you need a house here, right? Of course, you are coming here on some kind of a job offer or somebody is sponsoring your visa, so that is understood. But these two are very important things. And also there are some other factors which is like grocery shopping and finding good areas to live in so that you can ensure safety for your kids as well as for yourself. And then some minor things here and there, of course, you need to know so that you do not have any questions lurking around your mind, and you get all sorted and you come with fresh and with open mind here in Sweden. So let's get started. So first of all, I would like to address the schooling part because I know that is like a biggest question in everybody's mind, especially parents who are coming here with kids who are not like born here, but you have lived in different places. For example, the kids are born in India or UK or Canada or US or anywhere else for that matter. And schooling system, of course, is different here in Sweden. And also there are some differences what I have observed in Stockholm and Gothenburg as well. So you have to find out the exact information, like where are you moving. So I can speak about Gothenburg because I have been living in Gothenburg last 6 years. So basically, if you're coming the schooling system, in short, I would try my best to explain you. So if you're coming here like with a kid of less than 6 years old, then you have to go in preschool. So you have to enroll your kid in preschool, and the preschool is basically divided into 2 parts. So if you are going with the local Swedish schooling system, then you have a lot of schools, Swedish speaking schools basically, where there will be the teachers and everybody will be speaking Swedish only. And there are a lot of schools there nearby your house. So wherever you're living, you need to first get person number when you arrive here in Sweden, and then once you get your person number, you can enroll your kid into the school. So there is Göteborg Stads website where you can go and you have your own page there, like whatever activity you want to do on that particular day. So if you are enrolling your child, there is usually 6 months waiting for any type of school. So if you're enrolling in Swedish school, there will be 6 months or more depending on which month you are applying, right? So Usually the schooling starts in two sessions, so one is in January and one is in August, but mostly the fresh admissions you do get in August itself. So you need to apply 6 months prior in order to get admitted into the school. But there are also international preschools available, like for example in Gothenburg I can name a few. There is ABC Kids, there is Creative Kids, there are Happy Kids. There are some international schools where the teachers and everybody speak English, and these schools are also bilingual, so they do speak Swedish as well as English. So if you that brings me to even another important question, is that which you need to ask yourself, like how long you're planning to stay in Sweden. Is it like just temporary, that is like 3 to 4 years, or if you're planning to stay on settle here like for long term, because that is very important to understand. Because if you're going back to English speaking country, then it's better that you enroll your kids in English school so that they can continue their language and they do not get mixed up, because Swedish is only in Sweden, right? So if you go to any other place, it is not going to be that much useful for them. So that doesn't make sense to teach them Swedish. If they are interested, if they are happy to learn, if they love languages, if your kids then very well, you can go ahead with that. But then my daughter, she's not picking up Swedish that well, so that's the reason we are looking for her English schools. And if your kid is like this is the stage where your child is below 6 years. But if your child is about 6 years and if you're already into schools, like if he's in first standard, second standard, third standard, that kind of advanced primary school, then there are two options here. One is that you can actually 2 to 3 options. So one is that you can just go with the Swedish school, and if your child is adaptable, if he or she can understand the language and pick up quickly, then you can easily enroll in Swedish school and go ahead with the schooling. But if your child is not that flexible and doesn't want to learn the language, or if you feel that he or she might struggle, then you can directly go into English school. So for English school options, there is one called ISGR, which is for expats, and there is also 6 months waiting. So for example, if you apply like in April now, you will be admitted in August. So that is one option, but the fees of that school is very high. So it's 37,000 SEK per year, just to be specific. You can check their website for more details, of course, but that is the primary information which I wanted to give you. And also the second option is another, like there are 2-3 English schools as well, but the fees is again a question mark. If you can afford, or if you want to spend that kind of a money, then that is your choice. And also there is another school called English School of Gothenburg, which is very minimal charges, but that has 5 years of waiting. So my daughter is in the queue since she was born, and I'm yet to get admitted into a school. So you never know. There is no timeline, or when your child will be called for getting admission, right? So that is another school. So there are very limited options, so try to understand before coming here. So this is the schooling part. I'm not going to go in depth because otherwise the video will be extremely long. So let's quickly move on to the accommodation part. Okay, so now for accommodation, usually if you're getting a contract from your employer, or like a consultancy or whatever it is, usually they do offer you like accommodation in the beginning, at least for 6 months to 1 year. I don't know what is the current timeline what they give you accommodation, but they usually give 6 months to 1 year. And if you're coming on a higher senior position, or if you're coming with like a good company, then you can also negotiate with them. You can also ask for the school fees to be paid. There is a time limit, of course. It's either 1 year or 6 months. Check with your company for who is offering you, basically, right? So check with them. And the areas which are like safer, try to find residential areas. On top of my mind, I can tell you the areas in Gothenburg which are extremely safe and family friendly and residential areas. The area where I live in, near Frölunda Tori, that is like very safe and residential. There is a Kallebäck area where I used to live earlier. Then there is also you have to check out the rent as well. Usually if you're going for like one, like, you know, like 50 to 60 meters square, it will be around the rent will be around, like, you know, starting from 12,000 to 15,000 SEK, again depending on the location and area. If you're living a little bit at the outskirts, or maybe that you know, the areas which go further from the city, like Varva, the Storget, or there is, you know, Biskop's Garden and all those areas which are not that safe according to me, so that you will get like for a lesser rent. Okay, and usually the deposit of course is like 3 months rent in advance. And so these are the areas which you can look for. There's also like lot of better areas, like Johanneberry is there, then also Lindholmen, but these areas are a little expensive, so that's the reason you can check with the employer what kind of amount they are going to sponsor for you on, or if you are going to take the burden of paying the rent, then, you know, you have to take that amount into the calculation of your budget and your, you know, financial planning, and then decide accordingly. Okay. Next question which my subscriber had asked me is about grocery stores, like, you know, whether all the Indian goods and grocery is available or not. So as of now, you know, a lot of Indian restaurants and even Indian grocery stores are opening. So fortunately, I mean, it's very good, because when I came 6 years back, that was not the option, but right now a lot of like groceries are available, so you don't have to worry anything about that, right from like, you know, rava, suji, or like rice, dal, and also like a lot of other stuffs, like, you know, different kinds of dals, different kinds of frozen foods, different kinds of like, you know, MTR products, Everest products, like a lot of things are available right now, so you don't have to worry. Like, you don't have anything to worry about that, you know. I do have a video if you want to check it out, like an Indian grocery store in Sweden, and I have like shown you the entire layout of the store and what products and options are available for you, so you can check it out after this. I will link it somewhere or in the description box, so you can check it out. And you know, so that is like taken care of, so you don't have to worry about that. But of course, you have like specific taste for certain masalas or certain kind of snacks, then you can get it along with you. I can also arrange courier services, like usually I have my masalas and spices and some kind of homemade items from like India couriered once in a year, and I usually use Atlantic Couriers. It's not sponsored, but I do trust them, because I've been using their services for like almost 2 to 3 years, so I have not found any problem with them as such, so I do use like their services. Of course, so it's colder here, so usually like right now the winter is going on, so if you're coming like during this time, or if you're coming even after like April or August for that matter, it's usually good to you know, have some warm clothes along with you. So you can have some thermals. I can recommend Jyoti, that is a very good brand to find. Even Decathlon is there, that you can find very good these kind of, you know, warmer clothes, socks and all this stuff. But I suggest that jackets, like winter jackets, like heavy duty winter jackets and shoes, it's better you buy it here itself after coming here, because these products are made for this kind of environment, so I think they know best. So they are usually very good and they last you pretty longer, even if it's like an investment. It's a little pricier, like around 600 SEK to 1000 SEK or more depending on your choice, but it's worth the investment. Like I have bought my winter jacket like 4 years back and I'm still using it, you know. So you know, it's an investment, so you don't have to worry about getting like big stuff from India or any other your home country where you're coming from, right? So I think these are the major things which I told, you know, my subscriber, and I thought that I should make a video about it and inform you as well, because I can see a lot of people arriving in Gothenburg and Sweden itself. So if you guys have any questions, you can definitely ask me. I also have my personal consultations, so I do charge a minimum amount, but you can talk directly to me and ask me questions, like any question, you know, about Sweden and if you're moving here. So that option is also there, because it's very difficult for me to, you know, take out time from my busy schedule and then like, you know, just answer questions just like that. So you can book a personal consultation as well. You can either DM me on Instagram, Jyoti Sparkle, or you can email me at sparklewithjyoti@gmail.com if you want any further details on the consultation. So I hope this video helps you, and there are going to be many more such useful videos henceforward. So stay tuned and please subscribe to the channel. So do not forget to like, subscribe, comment and share, and I'll see you in my next video. Till then, stay positive and stay happy. Bye bye. Take care.